This is Cynthia Concordia from Dream to Rise, and I would like to welcome each and every one of you tuning in to listen to another episode of our of how our guest speaker was able to overcome her blockages, rise up after her trauma, and now helping others. Our guest speaker is a highly accomplished individual with a diverse range of expertise. She is an ordained minister, educator, motivational speaker, playwright, and author. She holds 2 Bachelor of Science degrees, one in Human Services with a concentration in children and families, and another in Christian Studies. She is also a Bible school teacher, imparting her knowledge to students. She has co-authored several books, including Love, Marriage, and Divorce, and is a member of Sisters with Purpose. She is the author of 2 debut books, Dream Killers and From the Waiting Room to the Recovery Room. She is a single mom of 2 children, Sabria and Tysean, who left his earthly home to reign in his heavenly home in 2009. She is a stroke survivor who suffered a massive stroke 2 years ago, but she still empowers and inspires others from her hospital bed. Without further ado, let us listen to our guest speaker, Miss Alma Thomas. Hello, Alma. Welcome to our show.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here on this afternoon. Thank you for inviting me and allowing me to be transforming and share my story.
Yes, it's an honor to have you here, Alma. And I'm sure a lot of our listeners will be able to get a lot of insights from you. Wherein they may be able to apply it in their daily lives. So let us start, Alma. Could you tell us something about yourself that brought you to where you are right now?
Well, the main trauma that brought me through the rest of my traumas is that I lost my son in 2009 to heart disease. And when after his death, he died in February, and in April, I wanted to be with him on his birthday. Not till I wasn't thinking about being unalive, but I was just thinking about spending his birthday with him because all of his 18 years, I had made his birthday special. So this one was very special because it was his first birthday in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I remember taking my whole bottle of high blood pressure pills and putting them in my hand. And I was going to take them. And I heard a still voice say, if you do it, you'll never see him again. And I remember crying and saying that I need help. I don't know how I'm going to overcome this. Because if you know anything about mental health and the African American communities in church, is considered taboo. We don't get therapy. You're weak. You'll get through this. He's in a better place. And I remember thinking in my mind that if he's in such a better place, why don't your child go to the better place? And you send my child home to the better place, which is in his room at the kitchen table. And I decided that I needed help because I was seemingly strong on the outside, but secretly dying on the inside. And I went to EAP, the mental piece that's at my job that they offer, and I was able to talk to someone about my feelings and the stages of grief. And I knew the stages of grief because I minored in psychology in college, but reading about the stages of grief and going through those stages of grief is quite a different process. And I had to learn that you can fluctuate between, because I didn't understand how one day I could be angry and the next day I could be acceptance and accepting it. And then the next day I'll go right back to anger or depression. And I'm like, why am I going back and forth? Like in the textbook, it's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's over. But in real life, it's not going like that. And then talking to someone, I realized that grief comes in different stages. You can fluctuate between the two, and eventually I got to acceptance, was where I was able to transform my pain into my purpose, and I started a scholarship fund in his honor. And to date, I've given out 17 scholarships to African American boys of single parents who have been accepted to college, and we give them like a $500 scholarship to help with their books, transportation, or whatever else they might need. So that was one way that I turned my pain into purpose once I got to the acceptance stage.
That was wonderful, amazing, Alma. And there was you could see the difference, no? From that time when you were down and there was resentment and anger, and you change it to acceptance, and which led to your purpose. Now, may I ask you, when was that time when you told yourself, I have to make a shift? I have to accept it now. Because
And that
I was also in that stage when I grieved when my husband passed away. But you know my story, but we were not able to have any closure in when he passed away. That was after his restraining order. We didn't get the chance to talk. That's why that and being blamed by his family that I was the cause of his death is an additional baggage that I had to carry, the guilt. But it was when my son asked me whether if he could go to college, that was the time that, oh my, I also have a responsibility for my son so that he could also make his dream a reality. And that was really my rock bottom during that time when I made the shift that I was not really enjoying my life to the fullest, not valuing my life anymore. Now, from your end, from your story, when was that time that you had to make that shift, that sudden shift that, hey, it's about time that I have to move forward?
it was at that time when I realized that I needed more help than I could receive from the church. I know that God is able, but He's also given us, just like we have doctors to take care of our physical health, we have therapists and psychologists to take care of our mental health. So it was the day that I decided that it's okay not to be okay, that I can't listen to traditionalism and legalism. I have to go and get help if I'm going to be healthy for my daughter. Like, I still have a daughter, so I can't crawl up somewhere and die, and she still needs me. So once I realized that and accepted the fact that it's okay to not be okay, that you don't have to take on other people's opinions, because I'm the one who's going through this. I'm the one who's feeling like this. You, meanwhile, are going, it's like to most people, after the funeral is over, they go back to normalcy. They go back to their houses and their families. But my circle is still broken. That piece won't never be put back. That link can never be put back. And I have to accept my life as it is and live the best life that I can under those circumstances. And that's why I say that his death empowered me to go through all the other negative things that I have been through in life, because to me, the worst thing ever that you can do is stand in a cemetery and watch them lower your child into the ground and realize that his room will forever be empty. So once I had the fire, and my apartment didn't burn, but other apartments burned, and they condemned the whole building. After I got married, and he presented one side, and once we got married, it was like, who did I marry? And again, now we're talking about the church again. We're talking about me having a position in church, and we're talking about I'm going to a church that doesn't really believe in marriage and divorce. They not marriage. They don't believe in divorce and remarrying. So now I'm going against the status quo, because I'm going to get a divorce, because I'm not staying married to someone who has a serious drug problem, is in denial, not admitting that he has a problem. So if you're thinking you don't have a problem, but you do, I can't help you. So, and once again, now I have my daughter to think about, and I have to get out. So I made the decision to get a divorce. Then after getting the divorce, then in 2021, I suffered a massive stroke that left my whole right side immobile. And so did I give up on my dreams? We talked about earlier that I was an author. Before I had my stroke in 2021, I authored 2 solo books by myself and a number of anthologies. After I had my stroke, after I wrote 2 books, 3 books, 3 books. I'm working on an anthology now for other parents who have lost children, and how they feel and things people should and should not say. So I didn't give up on my dreams just because I had a stroke, just because I had bad chapters in my life. You don't have to give up. You don't have to throw in the towel. Our life still has purpose. God has a plan and a purpose for our life. You got to live out your purpose. What I realized on April 23rd, 2021, is that April 24th was not promised to me. And everything I had put off on the 23rd and said I could do it on the 24th, when I woke up, I couldn't do any of those things. The cemetery is full of unfulfilled potentials, dead dreams and visions. Don't die with your dreams inside of you. I had a choice. I could be bitter or I could be better. I learned to be better, to embrace the things that I can still do, because on April 23rd, 2021, they didn't expect me to live. The doctors called my family together and said, if you ever want to see her on this side again, you got to rush to the hospital. The nurse offered to hold my hand while I transpire. And I said no, because I didn't feel like this sickness was unto death. I know that this sickness is not for me, but it's to inspire and motivate other people, that if I'm laying here in my bed with the use of only one side of my body, and I can still chase my dreams, I can still follow my dreams, why are you with your able-bodied self giving up on your dreams? So what if you had a bad chapter? So what if you tried and failed? So what if you made a mistake? The mistake is not trying again, not getting up and dusting yourself off and starting again. Martin Luther King said, and I love this statement, that if you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl, but never stop moving. And that's how I live my life. I never stop moving. I never stop reaching for my dreams. I'm still designing t-shirts and speaking about the healthcare field, because when I was in a nursing home for 2 years, I was mistreated and neglected, and I can talk and I have family, and it made me wonder, what about the elderly people that don't have anybody to speak up for them? What about the elderly people that have been placed in these places and forgotten about, whose voice can be heard crying out in the wilderness for those people? So now I have a new purpose in life, and that's to speak out against these conditions and nursing homes, these people that you place in these places and you expect people to be doing their jobs and they're not. So I have a new purpose in life. I have a new dream in life. As long as I have breath in my body, I am going to continue to live the best life that I can.
Awesome. Oh my, hats off to you, Alma. You are such a light. That you became a light warrior after your trauma. And now you're spreading your light not only to within the confine of your friends or community, but it's more on other people, serving others, going to the assisted living, going to the churches and so on. That's a gift that was given to you. Now, I could see that you saw these struggles and challenges in life as blessings. Would you consider it as blessings?
Yes, blessings, because like I said, that being in this state isn't for me, but it's for other people to look at me and be inspired and motivated to reach for their dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Those dreams that they rocked to sleep, they thought they could never have. See, in life, I feel like the clown at the carnival, you know, the one that you throw the ball at really hard and the clown goes all the way down. And just when you're about ready to pick your giant teddy bear, I want that prize. That clown bounces back up again, because they put something in that clown to make it bounce back again. Well, God has placed something in me, which I call the bounce back spirit, because life has thrown some hard curveballs at me, and I go down almost to the ground. And just when they're about to claim victory over my life, I jump back up again with that bounce back spirit and don't give up. Think about, well, how am I gonna do this? Because, and telling you about me writing the books after my stroke, do you know how I wrote my book? With one finger on my left hand on my telephone. Did I get frustrated sometimes and want to throw my phone? Yes, but I kept on pecking. I kept on pecking until I typed 3 books. Since January, I have typed 3 books. One just became live on Amazon 3 days ago, and that's my book, Surviving a Stroke Against All Odds. I've made a journal that goes with that book. I have a t-shirt that goes with that book. So you can't tell me that things in life that you give up because you have a few challenges. It's like people who start businesses, they might fail the first quarter. They may not make their first $1 million and they give up because the business didn't do like they expected it could in the beginning. People want to go back to school, but they are loud dream killers. You know, dream killers, some people can kill your dreams unintentionally because someone comes to you and say, oh, I want to go back to school, and they're in their 50s, and you say to them, you're too old to go back to school. You haven't been to school, and these young people, they're quick, they're technology. And then you go home and you ponder and you think, maybe I am too old to go back to school. Maybe I'm too old to learn. And then you allow your dreams to be rocked to sleep by something that somebody said, instead of thinking in your mind, okay, this person thinks I'm too old to go back to school. I'm going to show up. I'm going to be on the president's list. And so you talk positivity into your life. It's just like when I always wanted to be an author, but I didn't publish my first book until 2016. And when I saw that first book in my hand, Love, Divorce, and Marriage, when I saw that in my hand, it was just like I just had a newborn baby. I looked at it and I said, oh my goodness, I'm an author. I'm not a wannabe anymore. I am a published author. And immediately after that, I started to pump out in new books. Everybody that wanted someone to be a part of their anthology, I was raising my hand. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm a published author. I was writing in my resume now, published author. Not I want to be an author, but I'm a published author. And that all came about when I visualized that first book that was in my hand.
See, that's the thing, the thing that keeps you moving and alive and keeps you on fire is the will for you to do it, and that is leading to your purpose. Most of the time, it is our why that keeps us motivated, and our dream and our purpose is not only for us. That's the thing. It is for other people as well. That's why we are on fire, because it's not for us. We know that it will benefit others. And our journey, as what you've mentioned, we have gone through so much. The journey is so important. It's not the result, not the finish line, because as you live your life and discovered what you have become after the journey, that's the start of a new chapter of your life. And this one, being a minister, being a published author, being a speaker, you are now creating another or reinventing another life, reinventing your life, not for yourself, but for others. Amazing. I just love it. So, what is your goal for the next 12 months?
My goal for the next 12 months is to, number one, get out of this bed. God has promised me that I'm going to walk again. So my number one goal is to get out of this bed. And my second goal is to be able to go visit people in nursing homes and just talk to them, just be there so that they know that somebody loves and is gonna take care of their needs. And third, I want my anthology on parents who have lost children, that book, for them to write that book for people who are just starting this journey, because it's a club that we never asked to be a part of, but now we are part of that club. So we have to stick together as parents and encourage each other, because the journey gets easier. We accept the journey because it is what it is, but we still need encouragement. It's been almost 15 years since my son passed away, but on his birthday and things of that nature, it's just like I relive it all over again, but this time with joy. I'm remembering his memories and how he used to make me laugh and how he was such a smart, intelligent young man. So that's my things that I want to do in the next year.
Oh, wonderful goals. Now, what do you think would be the major roadblock for you from achieving your goals?
I think that the major roadblock would be the walking. Um, because once I'm able to walk, then I'll be able to go to the nursing homes. So, or either a solution to that is, even if I don't walk in the next year, that at least I can get into my wheelchair and be taken to the nursing home.
Great. See, there are resources for those things. And it came from you. You know that there are resources, and it pushes you no matter what condition you are in, you are still able to achieve what you want to achieve in life. And that is your dream. And that is your purpose, helping others. A lot of people I would hear that, oh, because of my health condition. But hey, there are still resources, even though look, you're always in bed, but you're you're alive. You still have that capacity to think, capacity to do service, and that I think that will help you overcome all those obstacles of being unable to walk. There are other possibilities, other opportunities for you, or another resources for you uh, to make use of, so that you'll be able to make your dreams a reality. So before we end, what advice will you be able to give to our listeners?
Remember when you were children and we used to dream all the time, and sometimes people would dare us to do things, and we would do it because they dared us. Well, on this afternoon, I double dog dare you to dream again, to reach down real deep to those dreams you might have rocked to sleep and dream again. I double dog dare you to just dream again.
Amen. Yes, because what usually stops us from dreaming, it's our negative thoughts. And if you continue to nurture those negative thoughts, you won't be able to move forward. So nurture those positive thoughts. Despite all the challenges, those challenges are opportunities. Those are learning. When we fail, when we commit mistakes, that's part of the learning process, learning journey. So enjoy the journey, right? As you travel towards your destination, and that is your dream. So yes, all listeners, we all challenge you. Create your dream by design, not by default, because by default, you'll be constricted by your past pains, constricted by your fears, constricted by your unforgiveness issues, constricted by your you sabotaging yourself, your limiting beliefs. So thank you so much. How could they, our listeners, get in touch with you?
You can reach me at Alma Thomas at Facebook. I'm also Alma Thomas on Facebook and Alma Thomas Ministry author page. So either just Alma Thomas or Alma Thomas Ministry author page.
Author page.
Yes.
Ministry author page. Okay. So thank you so much, Alma, for being here with us. And I'm
Thank you
sure,
for inviting me.
oh, it's an honor to have you. And I wish you all the best, and I pray for the success of your ministry to other people. They need you. So keep it up, okay?
Okay, God bless and have a great day.
God bless
Bye-bye.
you too. Bye-bye. Thank you.